I feel great. Just ran into the stanchion. I'll be fine for, I don't know what day it is, but whenever we play Utah.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, thank you.
And then you talked the other night about seeing stuff in Sam that maybe other people don't recognize about his game. Did you see anything different from him tonight?
No, I wish y'all were in practice. Sometimes it's hard for the red team to get a stop because he's on the floor. Like, this is what he does. This is who he is. I've known Sam since he was in Utah State. I was in Utah, so we've played pickup with him when I was playing in Utah and played against him, me and George. So I've known him for a little bit, and this is what he does. You know what I mean? He puts in a tremendous amount of work. I don't know if he'll like me saying this, but he's like cursing himself out because he's missing 1 and 2 in a row. Like, he's that detailed and that focused on, his craft, and to see him have a night like this, especially when we needed it too. Like, it's great, and he's that guy. He's going to continue to be that guy for us. But the biggest thing is just hard work. Like when hard work meets opportunity, man. Like, it's just a beautiful thing to see, for a guy like him, and he's going to keep doing this. This is who he is.
Thanks.
Spencer Davis, Cavs Insider. How important is it? The last couple of games, you guys have gotten JA going early in the paint. But how important is it for the guys on the outside to get that paint presence established so you guys can do what you do after that?
Yeah, because it's different. We have one big instead of two. So now the spacing's different. So if we're able to create in the paint, get in the paint, JA getting down there, even though some of the shots didn't fall, as they did the other night. Just getting down there and establishing that they have to collapse. Now guys are open for threes and being able to get better looks. I think is the biggest thing, and that's how we started last game. That's how we started this game. Just trying to attack the paint, make the defense collapse and find the open man.
EdenSamsCleveland.com. Donovan, do you feel like you can just flip a switch and score at any point against any team?
I don't want to disrespect the game and say just flip a switch. I think you still have to stay locked in, but I think there's a point where you kind of assess, all right, the second quarter, I got some shots that I won, I just missed. The first quarter I started out well, and, not really forcing it, just trying to figuring out how they're playing, figuring out where I can attack my gaps, and then going. The last two games, it's been slow first halves, and then kind of get it going in the second half. But, for me, just trying to pick my spots. I think that's the biggest thing, and, it's going to be a balance, when obviously with having DG out, you have to play that game. And, the biggest thing is, my teammates make it easy on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lot. I feel like it's nothing forced. So it's understanding, all right, this is how they're playing me, this is how they're guarding, this is open, this is not open, kind of manipulating the game. And then when it's my time, going from there.
Isaac's also been in a new role in the starting lineup. 4 offensive rebounds that were huge for you guys. What have you seen from him in the past couple of games, and especially tonight?
This is, I think this is where Isaac will thrive. I think being able to play in that half row, if they want to put a big on him, he's playing in the half row. Now he's able to create, from the free throw line, he's able to get to the basket, be able to find guys and create. And also, on the flip side, be able to get on the boards. He's strong, he's aggressive, and obviously, defensively what he brings. But, to have 6 assists, 7 rebounds, 11 points, that's huge. We're going to need that, from him, especially with Ev out, with 2 bigs. We only have 1 big out there, so he's big for us, man. And it's great to see him back and starting to get back into his flow. But that's, I think that's where he's at his best.
Joe G.
Last 2 games, you guys are averaging 30 assists, 11 turnovers. What does that say about you guys taking over the playmaking?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, like you said, it's going to be by committee. It's going to be just myself. Last game I had 13, but tonight I have 6. Isaac has 6. Vert has 5. Craig has 3. Sam has 3. So it's just it's going to be as a group. No one person can do what Darius Garland does. That's why he's special. That's why he is. So we all have to find ways, to do it as a group. And I think that just creates a lot of unpredictability within the team. I think that's something that, I said this the other day, when you have your stars out, you don't really know, where the ball may be going, and that's the case around the entire league. So just continue doing a great job as a group, to make up for the guys that are out right now, and that's the biggest thing.
Last 2, Jackson and Chris.
Jackson, flipping to right down Euclid. You played the entire second half and most of overtime. Why was today's game so important for you to do that?
I just think it's time for us to start winning, to be honest. And I think for me, kind of putting myself out there, had some defensive lapses that kind of pissed me off, you know. But being there, being that leader, and not being the leader for the guys, and they trust me with that, you know. And I think coach trusts me with that, and everybody trusts me with that. And so for me, I told JB at halftime, like, you know, I'm good to go the full second half and then overtime, and you know, not necessarily going out there just to try to score, you know, to go out there, but just sometimes it's go stand in the corner and they're not helping, you know, guys are open. So just my presence, you know, being able to, you know, the gravity that I create, understanding that throughout the game, whether it's on the ball, off the ball, you know, get in there trying to wreak havoc defensively. You know, and I think my teammates have my back with that. That's the biggest thing. That's dope. You know what I mean? Like going out there and, you know, saying that and having the full support, you know, of everybody. I think that's something that, you know, I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? And my teammates support it, my coaches support it. It's not gonna be like that every night. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a night like tonight, against a gutty team like this, you know, I feel like it was needed. And yeah.
Donovan, going back to Sam really quick, he was talking about some of the guys that he's been talking to during this process of trying to stay locked in, stay ready, and how difficult it's been for him because he doesn't know if he's going to play and he doesn't know when his minutes are going to come. What have your conversations been like with him during this stretch to keep him
During this stretch, or like the stretch where he doesn't play?
the stretch where he hasn't played early in the season?
You know, the biggest thing I tell him is sounds cliche, but stay ready. Like that, it sounds cliche, but it's just positive conversations. We see it in practice. We've seen it since camp. You know, when we work on stuff and we're trying to get stops, we play good defense, and here he is hitting the shot the final second of something in practice. We got to do it again because he's making shots. You know, it's we laugh, but like that's just who he is. And I told him, like, just keep being you. Like, keep going out there, keep working, because the opportunity will come. You know, it's unfortunate it came like this where two guys are hurt, but at the end of the day, opportunities are there, and you know he's showing himself and showing what he can do, and we all know, you know, what he's capable of. So, you know, it's a tough thing. It's not easy, but it just speaks to his, you know, just his poise and his characteristics, his makeup. You know, to come out there in a game like this, be able to knock down threes. I think he missed his first two and still shot them. You know, keep shooting, and also to go down in overtime on the break, be ready, spot up, shoot, knock it down. Like, you know, now getting in the lane, making plays. You know, getting in the paint. So that's big time. You know, it's not as easy as people may think to not know when your number is going to be called, but also to be ready.
Okay, so we're for Don. Thanks.